Starlights, what's up? This is Umu and I'm ReactTK's channel creator.
This is Kevin, pianist and reactor from the Classical Musicians React series.
Should I say my instrument too? I'm a French hornist.
Yeah, I made a choice and I guess I'm sticking with it.
So I am late getting to this. I'm sorry. I've been so busy. And I also heard that they released a music video for this, but then they deleted it. And so, don't know why, but I'm really excited because Andreas Obergs wrote this, and his style writing for different groups is super flexible. In the past he did the top line for Scentist for VIXX, and he also wrote Butterfly Effect. And he's also done a ton of my favorite songs from SM artists, and he did some Monsta X songs, so Pentagon songs. I'm excited to see what he's done for this one. And also I'm just excited to hear VIXX's voices again. But hope N is doing good in the military playing his flute. 3, 2, parallel.
Wow. I'm sensing a funk breakdown.
Good chord progression.
I'm getting that cross-justice vibe again. Season 1 Classical Musicians React, baby. Yeah, it's that deep house.
Oh, the progression is dissonant with the line above it.
Oh yeah, there's some weird stuff going on.
I wonder if this is more difficult than usual to sing over when like
Maybe.
the parts. Because it's hard not to hear the chords underneath when you're singing a totally different note.
Whoa.
Yeah, Robbie section. It's a little dirty.
We are not in house territory anymore.
Well, it's gonna be lit.
Okay. The drop was somehow a little less satisfying than I thought. I'll catch it the second time.
There's a lit triangle part!
There's a very lit triangle part.
It's like where you hit and then you like dampen.
Yeah, you can tell that when they're grabbing it because it cuts off.
You never hear a triangle part in pop. That's amazing.
Yo, this breakdown's my stuff.
Look at that. Triple tongue.
His voice almost reminds me of like slap bass. Like there's that weird flashiness that only slap bass can do.
Bringing that triplet back.
Ooh.
Yo, that transition is so good.
Yeah.
It's different this time.
Triangle.
Back to the funk. I'm so distracted by that triangle.
Yeah.
I like how we have the synth parts. We have the bass synth centered, then we have the progression kind of pan to the right, and then the triangle to the left, and then vocals in the center. Ooh! Whoever played these MIDI parts, I'm guessing, had a lot of fun. A lot on the modulator.
I like that. Yeah, that line. All right. Bringing up
Those
the
are
trap.
Andreas harmonies.
Yeah.
You've never heard VIXX do these kind of harmonies before. That's so cool. Yeah, Ken. Go off, son.
Whoa. I don't know if they're changing harmonies, but it surprises me every time. Some low stuff.
It went up there.
Oh, we get that line one last time.
What did they put on his voice? What was that?
It's like
I
a
feel
weird
like
sort of filter.
yeah. So I'm currently in several audio music engineering classes, so I'm spending a lot of time mixing and mastering and recording instruments and playing around with synths and patches and stuff. So that very last moment where Ken's voice panned back and forth and faded in and out, that was really interesting. Okay, you go first. I didn't hear anything that you said while I was talking.
I have some mixed feelings.
Okay.
I think that the song remained interesting throughout, and I liked each section individually. But because the main funky part has like this sort of house music vibe, this kind of dance hall house music vibe, as a sort of house purist, I guess. I don't even listen to house that much, but when like the bridge happened and when the pre-chorus happened, it made me feel a little weird when the style just suddenly changed into the dun 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 dun.
Oh, really?
Dun. Yeah,
Okay.
I would have liked, this is just based on a first listen, maybe once, I feel like this is one of those songs where I really need time to form a real opinion on, but from this first listen, I was a little confused. My brain was a little confused by these sections and I don't know how to process it. But at the same time, I felt like the drop back into the house section in the chorus, it wasn't as satisfying as I would have thought. I wish the bass could have been a little more beefy. There could have been a bit of a smash because it kind of just yeah,
cymbal. I could hear a cymbal.
Like a cymbal or yeah, just some sort of but it just kind of floats back. It just kind of grooves back, and again, it's because there is sort of like a violation of the house style that made me feel okay. If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do a drop that's satisfying, and I didn't get that either. But maybe but see, again, I liked every section individually, so maybe once I listen to everything again and again, I'll be more okay with it, or I like it more. But that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, as for me, I didn't look at it from a genre perspective because I don't know my genres well, but I enjoyed the looped progression. It's a very, very good progression, rhythmically and harmonically. And then I loved the fact that at the beginning we felt kind of unsettled because the melody didn't quite match up with, it matched up rhythmically with the progression, but the notes clashed with the progression, and so it became a little unsettling. But as the song went on, we got used to hearing that, and so it became normalized for us. And then I love the pre-chorus where we got darker in sound, and then Ravi just went off, and then the second time around they changed it, they added a new synth line, and then like I said, my mixing engineer self has popped out, and I was like, ooh, what patch is this? Ooh, what synth is this? Ooh, the MIDI player's gonna have so much fun like soloing over this and doing all that transition stuff. And also I was excited and happy to hear during the bridge VIXX singing those really, really thick, usually used in SM entertainment music, harmonies. Because I talked to a songwriter Simon Petrin, who's written for a bunch of different groups, including SM groups, 17, E-Jina, like a bunch of different things. He's a jazz pianist, and that was for a separate video, is asking about what makes SM sound so recognizable, and he said, well, actually, fun fact, when I write music and harmonies for other companies, sometimes they ask me to cut the harmonies down because it sounds so much like SM. And so I'm glad that Jellyfish didn't ask Andreas to cut the harmonies down, because I loved hearing VIXX's voices shine in that way. And yeah, it's just really good to hear them try out this. I know they kind of have done a funky style with Dynamite, but like you call this house, so it isn't as like funky house?
Yes, it is funky house.
EDM house funky?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's good.
Just my only complaint was that I kind of wish the texture changed more.
A little bit.
Because we had consistent, even when like the mood or the color changed, it was still the same scratchy synth sounds, and I kind of wish we had more variant in the textures. But like that's the smallest complaint ever, and I really enjoyed this song overall.
Yay.
Yeah!
There's something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember it. Let's leave the camera on for a quick second so I can figure it out. Oh yeah. I really liked it when, I don't know the members' names, but there was maybe one or two members when they really went for that low register. I thought that was really ballsy.
Probably Hongbin, he has a really dark voice.
Yeah. It felt like he was, going a little too low, but with the instrumentals and stuff, I think him stretching that area of his voice actually worked really well. One of the things I mentioned that you couldn't hear was that I thought that the first time he went that low, it reminded me of a slap bass sound, because he was doing all these interesting enunciations, and I'm like, this is oddly reminding me of sort of like that slap bass, because slap bass is when a bass instrument goes to the higher notes. You know, it's got yeah, and somehow that timbre and the singer's low timbre kind of have this resonate, the spot that sounds very similar.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.